Hi everybody, yeah, it's Jeff. This is going to be part 24 of the MiniArt US Armored Tractor 1/35 scale. I made a mistake and I had to kind of take a step back. I was working on putting the little plates on the tracks, and I noticed about half of the links on one of the tracks I flipped over. So yeah, so I don't know how I did that, but I guess it was just a matter of not paying enough attention. So I did catch it before I glued any, plates in the wrong place or anything. But I had to cut the tracks apart. Luckily, or thankfully, MiniArt gives you a whole bunch of the extra track pins. So I was able to get it all together. I'll show you what I was doing here in just a minute. But I wanted to mention something. Jason at Model Kit Stuff is hosting a group build for a B-17 Flying Fortress, and I would like to build one. I've never built anything like that before. I don't know if any of you guys have, but I'd like your input. If you've got a kit that you're, or have built a kit that you're real happy with, or if you've got one that is really, really bad that you say, don't bother buying that one, just let me know. Probably 148, maybe 172. I've been looking at some videos online. I kind of killed a bunch of time this morning just looking at videos where I should have been working on this stuff. But anyway, it starts now and it's going to run through probably late summer sometime. I don't remember exact date he said. But if you guys have any input on a kit that would be good, let me know. I'm not going to go for a 132. That's just too big and a little too pricey for me right now. But probably a 148. I was looking at the HK kit. I wasn't real impressed with the details inside. Um, a lot of it you're not going to see anyway, so it may not matter. But I think Jason's going to build the 172nd Airfix kit. I might try and do one of those. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you could recommend a kit or you could warn me away from a kit, I would really appreciate it. So let's go down to the bench and I'll show you what I'm up to, okay? All right, be right back. Thanks, guys. Well, not exactly what I'd planned today, but something that had to get done. The Bulldozer, I was working on getting the last of the treads on, and I ran into a little bit of a mistake I made. Let me turn that down just a little bit. That might be better. I was gluing the plates on, and I noticed I had a section of about a dozen or so links that I had flipped over. Yeah, I put them together the wrong way. I didn't even notice. So I've handled this thing many, many times since then, and it didn't even register that I had the wrong way around. There's little bitty locating pins on one side, and it's shaped ever so slightly different. Those little locating pins have to go to the outside because they fit into really, really tiny little holes on the back side of these. So I've thankfully, MiniArt gave me a bunch of the extra pins. So maybe they knew I was going to mess up. I don't know. But I've cut the pins. I had to cut two of the pins, and I've cleaned the old pin out of this. I still got the old pin in here that I need to get out of there. So what I was doing was basically just putting it on a block or something so it kind of backed itself up. I don't want to break these, and then putting just a little bit of glue on there to soften the plastic, and giving that just a second or two, and then drilling through it and then trying to kind of push the remainder out. I don't like going backwards, but don't want to leave it like that either. Yeah, might be able to make a little starter with the knife a little better. I've got a good scribe I use for a center punch. I don't happen to have it. Well, let's see. It should be here close. Let me look for it. Should be here in my tools. If I can see it real quick. There it is. Okay. Yeah, this has got a real sharp point on it. Works really good as a center punch. Let's do this. If I can get it just where I want it. The surface is not real even, so it kind of wants to go to the low side. That's not going to work. Let's try this. It wants to slide over too much. Even that slid a little bit. Let's see if we can't just kind of carve a little bit of that out of there. Just don't want to mess the actual link up. I just want to get that pin out of there. Stop if it starts going to the wrong spot, which it is. Okay, we'll keep going with this. I know you guys probably can't see too much of what I'm doing. It's nice and bright out today. Lots of glare. The snow is melting fast. The streets are all clear. It's only like 35 degrees though. Just enough where things will melt. Gonna try and cut toward the center. Put a little more glue on it. Just doing a little surgery here. Okay, I got a little bit of a dent in the center there. Let's see if we can get a hole through it. Drill bit's still trying to kind of walk to the side. There we go, we're through. Once you get through, it's not too hard to kind of collapse the piece into itself. It's got rid of a bunch of it. Let's try a little bit bigger drill bit through here. These bits they grab so much it's real easy to break them apart. There it goes. Okay. That got the old pin out, I think. Let's just check and make sure a new pin will fit. Clean that up a little more. There, that'll work. And then we got the other side to do. a little glue on there. Whoops, there goes my light. Well, hang on a minute. Let me change batteries and I'll be right back. Okay, thanks guys. Okay, it didn't take a second to change the batteries. I've been thinking about getting some, well, I might even have someplace some very simple. They're just basic little power converters or power inverters, whatever you call them, to run my lights on DC. For now, the batteries work fine. I just drop them in a recharge every now and then, but they always go out at the least convenient time. Let's see here. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Just trying to get that little bit of a pin that's left in there. And try and see if we can. That might be better, but my hands are still going to be in your way. The glue softens the pin up. And just a matter of keep working at it without cutting into the part that you don't want disturbed. There we go. Once you get through, it's not too bad. Got a lot of soft plastic from the glue on there. Okay, let's see if we can run a little bit bigger bit through. And try real hard not to break anything. Yeah, let's work it with the knife a little more. I don't know if any of you guys have watched that series on Apple, The Masters of the Air. That is really something. I think I've watched the first 3. I'm not sure just how many will be in the series, but they put a lot of work into that. I'm thinking it's fairly accurate based on real events, they say. It's a shame that they didn't give me any extra side pieces for the tracks, so I could just replace them, but we'll get there. I had to look at this 3 or 4 times. This is, no, those can't be on there backwards. Sure enough. Okay. Let's see if that's... There we go. Okay. We got the pins. Now, got to put this back together and hopefully put it back together the right way. So we got to go here. Let's see, did I screw up? Nope, let's see, maybe I did. Those would go to the outside. Okay, we're good. So this will go through here. Something like that. I think it'll go through. Okay. And then turn it over, and these will go to the outside. Where's my tweezers? Nope, other way. I'm going to do it again if I'm not careful. So that will go over. That will go over. If I can keep the pin from sliding back and forth. Whoa. Let's get this, try this again. I don't want the glue on the inside of the pin, because then the tracks won't move. Well, sure I'm in your guys' way so you can't see a thing. Okay, that one's pretty much on, then this one. Okay. Get them together. It's not quite wanting to go all the way on. Well, I'm going to put just the tiniest drop of glue on the outside. That pin's not wanting to quite go all the way on. Let's see if I can get it to soften up. Okay, there we go. That's got it through far enough. And it still works. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, I still got the other one to do. I'll do that off camera. And I'll come back and show you when I get this all back in one piece. Okay, guys. Be right back. Thanks. Okay, guys, had to get a little sip of something to wet the boys, wet the whistle. All back together now, and everything's pointing the right direction. Here's the other one, and yes, I've checked it, and it is correct. I was really worried that I messed up on both of them. Okay, let's go ahead and put a few more of these on. This takes a while, so I won't do them all, but I'll get another few done here. I find it easiest to do them when you're over the sprocket, so that you got something to kind of help space it a little bit. There are some locating tabs, but boy, they are tiny. It doesn't take hardly any glue, because you don't want the glue to get down in the joint and mess up the flexibility of the track. And let's see if I can get that to lay where it's supposed to lay. Of course not. That one there looks a little bit too high. I glued it on earlier. There's little rivet or bolt detail on the outside that corresponds to the little detent or little hole on the inside, so I can kind of see about where it's supposed to go. Let's try it again. This is way too much glue. I do a few and then I take the track off and make sure it's still flexible. Let me get that to line up. You can just barely feel when they hit the right spot. That one there I might need to adjust a little. It seems crooked. Okay. It's all kind of a matter of lining one against the other, because the locating pins are not very good. You can see how that's a little tipped. Every now and then you get one that goes right, like that one. That one fell right into spot, but as you can see, it's crooked with the other ones. Okay, let me do one more and then I'll show you something here that'll help kind of align things. That's not really quite lining up. Something you can do now is pull this pin and then lay it out flat. They're just a little snug, and then kind of adjust them to each other. Those are way off. It's difficult because the track has so much slack in it. If these were nice and tight, you know, you could use them a little bit more. Do your best to align them to each other. That one there is just barely holding on. Bare minimum up. See that? Barely holding on. Yeah, it's not going well, is it? Just a little tricky. and kind of feel them go into those little detents. That might help a little bit. Just kind of fold them back in on each other, and then they kind of, the edges line up, but you can break the track real easy that way. Okay, well, you guys get the idea. I'm going to continue on with this. I've got to get this uploaded before too long, so I don't have probably time to finish it. But next time we come back, I'll have these all on here. And everything pointing in the right direction. I hope. Alrighty, guys. Well, that ought to do it for today. You can kind of see where we're headed. Just got to keep stacking them on there and lining them up. Get it all together. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, guys. Okay, bye-bye.